Hey, how you doing, folks? Chris Harris here. Another episode of Buck Sweet Sports Podcast, presented to you by 810 Studios. This is your place for all your local high school, college, and pro sports talk here in North Carolina. Today's episode, a special episode, man. I'm going to kind of break down my all Buck Sweet Sports, my all Buck Sweet Sports team for the preseason. But before we get into that, got a little bit of pro sports talk and some college stuff. Go ahead and dive into it. Normally, I do like to do my high school stuff first, but since I'm gonna through this team, I'll say that's the end. So we'll start off today with just the big news in the pro sports world is NBA Finals getting started this week. Tomorrow night, actually at 8:30 on ABC. Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks. I'm not the biggest, NBA fan nowadays. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan, so normally it's not too much to cheer about. So normally once the Charlotte season is over with, I kind of check out. But I mean, I normally tune in for the NBA Finals, so definitely excited about the matchup. Two solid franchises. Starting off with Dallas, finished fifth in the West with that 50-32 record, led by Luka Doncic, one of the new up and coming superstars in the game. Him and Kyrie, everybody knows Kyrie Irving, man. Uncle Drew, still doing it big. That's a solid Dallas team. Their first NBA Finals appearance since the 2011 season whenever they beat the Dream Team down there in Miami with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. But yeah, their first appearance since then. In a state that's so big area, especially area that's so big on football. They're a team that you kind of flies under the radar, man. So good to see them back in the NBA Finals. They'll be taking on Boston Celtics. Like I said, Boston Celtics, man. And when you talk about the NBA, man, that pedigree, that tradition of winning. This is a team that a couple seasons ago they were in this position, and unfortunately lost to the Golden State Warriors. But I mean, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, two superstars. A lot of rumors about one of them either leaving or getting traded, but they kept that core together in Boston, and turns out they had an awesome season, the best record in the league. I believe they were 64-18. And throughout the playoffs, I want to say they only lost 2 games throughout the playoffs. So that's just definitely a heavy favorites coming into the championship game, man. Championship series. And as a sports fan, you just want it to be a good series. You don't want to see it totally lopsided. One of the best things in sports. And then Game 7. So, I mean, as a fan, you would love to see this go 7 games. But definitely looking forward to checking it out tomorrow night. That's starting tomorrow night at 8:30. So, definitely be tuning into that. Except for my NBA stuff, NFL stuff. For my Carolina Panthers fans, man, they released some photos of a new stadium concept that I'm extremely excited about. It looked amazing. Some renovations that they are potentially thinking about making, and I mean I hope it all comes to fruition, man. It looks awesome. It looks like a great game day experience for a fan. Some of my more yes critical negative fans. Well, does this mean why are they worried about building, renovating the stadium? They can't win, you can't make the playoffs. And I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, man, this is what teams do. They want to, renovate stadiums, give the fans a better game day experience, open up themselves for another, other forms of revenue, concerts, bigger events, Like I said, this wouldn't just affect Carolina Panthers; it also affect the soccer team. Um, and just just like I said, just giving the fans a better game day experience, man. I mean, um, I feel like it's been a rough 7 years for fans. I mean, ever since that Thursday night, T.J. Watt, put his helmet into Cam Newton's shoulder. This franchise just been on a spiral. But I feel like with the current front office, current coaching staff, the current personnel they brought in, I feel like we're on the way back up. So like I said, as a fan, of course I want to see team success, but I'm also happy to see the Bank of America Stadium is down there in Charlotte get some much needed upgrades, man. This, like I said, I'll attach some of the pictures that they released, but I mean it looks amazing. So definitely looking forward to seeing if that actually comes true. That's all I got from my Carolina Panthers. Nothing really much going on. Just waiting on the start of mandatory mini camp. Moving on to college. Not really the biggest baseball fan, but shout out to UNC baseball, man. If it's anything Carolina Tar Heels, I'm gonna lock in when it pops up. But UNC in the midst of one step closer to making to that College World Series in baseball, defeated LSU, defending national champion LSU to advance to the Super Regional. So congratulations to them. Like I said, man, anything Carolina Blue, man, anything Carolina Tar Heel related, I'm gonna lock in when it pops up on my feed. So congratulations to them. Before I get into my team here, I want to give a shout out to Clinton High School basketball and uh, Michael Boykin. Uh, News dropped yesterday that he will be the next head coach of Clinton High School basketball. So congratulations to him. Michael Boykin, a standout at Clinton and Harold's Christian Academy. Ended up playing basketball for Barn Barn University. It was Barn College. I know he went to Barton. Can't remember what they call it. But congratulations to him. He's been coaching. Okay, it's just Barton College. He's coached at the middle school. He's coached the JV. I mean, he's someone that he knows this. He knows this, the school, this area. He knows these kids. So someone I believe that will do a fantastic job and hopefully bringing Clinton High School basketball back to the forefront. We know football is king around here, but Clinton has some very has had a lot of success in basketball. Just the last couple of years has really been down, and hopefully Coach Boykin can help bring that spark back to the program. Uh, like I said, well-known family name, man. Everybody knows work that his dad's done. A lot. Everybody knows his sister, Michaela, who, in my opinion, is one of the best high school basketball players that I've ever, got to witness in person. So, like you said, coming from a really good pedigree, man. He knows the game. He was a great player himself. Like I said, I feel like he's going, to have a really good, positive impact on the program. So, congratulations to him and his family, man. That's big news. Love seeing that yesterday. All right, I'm gonna get into talking about this team here. Like I said, I was putting it together. Got nominations from different coaches who actually responded to me. Well, before I get started, like you said, I have a newfound respect for members of the media that have done this type of thing in the past, and I'm only dealing with 10 schools here. Um, I can only imagine how tough this is when you're building a all-state team for every school in the state, or doing a all-state team for a classification. And it just I mean so many great players. Um, and like I said, you want to recognize everyone, but at the same time, you don't want to leave this guy out. It's like no way you can leave this guy out. But like I said, I appreciate the coaches that reached out to me. If a coach didn't reach out to me and no information was provided to me, and I had to do my best to do my research myself. Um, he said not everything, everything's not updated on Max Preps as far as stats and stuff goes. And like I said, without, and like I said, I don't know a lot about some of these schools. So without any type of input, I'm kind of left guessing myself. So I'll say, like I said, I'm gonna probably catch slack anyway. I mean, whoever does these teams, always does. But I mean, like I said, I'm definitely not trying to offend nobody, not trying to leave nobody out. So if a certain player doesn't get named or whatever, just don't take offense to it. Like I said, I try my best to. I got 10 schools I'm covering. Did my best to try to spread the love as best as I could. But like I said, at the same time, if no one's providing me any type of information or uh, putting forth any names, nominations, it's only so much I could do. Like I said, this is the preseason team, man. Preseason teams, preseason rankings, preseason predictions. Take all that with a grain of salt because no meaningful snaps of the 2024 season have been played yet. So, like I said, there'll be people on this list that people not on this list that will have great 2024 season. And when I do this again in probably December, January, um, like I said, I'll some of these names, definitely have hopefully have a better grasp of a lot of these different schools that I haven't covered before. But pretty sure I'll be saying some names that in December that I won't say today. But like I said, go ahead and dive into it now. If I don't have a detail, I won't have a detailed description of every player. Some of these kids I know, some of these kids I've seen. Some of them I'm just going off what coaches have told me and just limited information that I received and was able to find out myself. Uh, like I said, I started off simple, going to 11 on offense, 11 on defense. But as I got going, I said, okay, there's no way I can leave this person out. I got to have an extra wide receiver here. I got to name a tight end here, et cetera, et cetera. And thank God for the athlete position because I mean, trying to narrow down running backs, a certain number of running backs, certain number of wide receivers, certain number of DBs. Look at some of these kids, you're like, man, I can't leave this guy out, but I got to put this kid here. But I mean, you'll get what I'm saying when I start kind of breaking it down. But go ahead and get started with start off with offense. I thought about just kind of doing just offense today and saving defense for next week, but I'll see how I'm looking on my time here. As long as I don't, once I get done for offense, I'll reevaluate my time, and if I feel like it's a good stopping point, I'll save defense for next week. So y'all can just grill me on offense this week, and I'll give y'all something to grill me on next week, saving defense and special teams. But just getting started here. Offensively, my quarterback, I selected Darian Blackwell, Marlboro County. Um, Kid I'm really familiar with, following him in Clinton. Last season, man, led his team to a 15-1 record, state championship appearance, two-way runner-up, excellent touchdown to interception ratio. I think he ended up with 27 touchdowns and only one interception, which that's like I said, that's efficient, man. No matter how you want to split it. Clinton's never really been a team known for passing. That's something we saw the last couple of years with Corey Johnson. If there's a passing, if there's a record book in Clinton that's been updated or kept up, I'm pretty sure that Darian has majority, if not all, the passing records in that. Like I said, had an absolutely amazing season last year. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he does this year. I think that the address has changed, but the player. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he does. Moving on to the running back position. Um, a running back is going to be wow, man. I'm really about to kill this kid's name. Uh, J- Jackson Mack from Red Springs. And like I said, I apologize. I know I just murdered your first name, but a kid I got to I heard about him early in the season last year. Shout out to Joshua Graham from Carolina Recruits.com. He was, naming some players to watch out for, and I noticed a couple of these Red Spring kids, and I was, I was like, okay, Red Springs being a team that Clinton played in conference, definitely wanted to watch out for them. And when I watched them play Clinton, um, yeah, kid definitely stood out. Mac definitely stood out as a pure athlete, playing in the backfield in the offensive backfield and defensive backfield. Uh, Kid that had over 1,200 yards rushing last year. Someone that I'm really looking at to really be a that Red Springs team is an interesting team, man. I feel like there's a lot of parity in the sack six this year, and they're a team that could potentially be a wild card to move from they've been kind of middle of the road the last couple of years to kind of jumping up into that upper echelon of conference. So definitely a team I'm watching and definitely a player I'm watching. So any fans uh, that have Red Springs on your schedule, man, definitely watch out for number 20. My other chose two running backs. My other running back is going to be Josiah Robinson, Marlboro County. Once again, another kid I'm really familiar with, watching it Clinton the last 3 years. Uh, was the offensive MVP for Clinton during the state championship game. 1,000-yard plus runner. Kid that has a lot of experience on varsity. Hard, straight, north south downhill runner. Man, I mean, great speed, great runs with great speed, great pad level. A lot of people, he just a hard runner, man. He reminds you of like a Nick Chubb. So definitely a kid that Marlboro County fans are going to fall in love with, and I'm expecting him to have have another great season. For my wide receivers, I'm gonna start off with, like I said, another one of these Red Spring kids that I've been watching. TJ Ellerby or Taquan Ellerby, Red Springs. Um, like I said, he's another kid that was identified early in the season for someone to play to watch. Had a great, solid season. That's like I said with him and Mac. If Red Springs, they gotta do a new quarterback coming in from St. Paul's, a transfer. Depending on how that works out, man. Like I said, Red Springs is a wild card, a team that I'm watching, but checked out LB. Uh, Definitely explosive player, that wide receiver position. Someone definitely keep your eye on. Moving on, my next wide receiver is going to be Reggie Thompson from Hopton. Uh, like I said, Hopton, they took a hit this offseason, losing a shot of win to transfer to U. Reggie Thompson's a kid that I feel like can step in and fill a void in that offense. I mean, he can. And I got him named as a wide receiver, but man, he might end up being the quarterback. The uh, That'll be because he's got experience there as well. Uh, Looking at his numbers, man, playing off of like he complemented a shot win very well last season. Big kid, 6'2", like I said, athletic. Uh, Definitely someone that in that air raid offense, man, you got to respect. So definitely looking forward to seeing what he does this season. And let's think about him, man. He was a sophomore last year, so that's big time. That I mean, he's got 2 more years to continue to expand and grow his game. But definitely someone I'm gonna have my eye on this season. For my next wide receiver, um, kid named Justin Purvis from Marlboro County. Kid that I had an opportunity to check out some of his a little bit of his highlights. Checked him out. Some of his stuff he did was doing at the combine this last month. Kid that I really feel like that Corey Johnson and company are going to get definitely get the best out of. Quarterback Darren Blackwell is going to love him. Really strike me as like one of those really quick Josh Downs type slot receivers. Um, had a highlight catch in that nice, beautiful one-handed catch. Definitely a kid that, like I said, I don't know much about as far as just being my first year trying to check out Marlboro County, but I'm sure Marlboro County fans already know his name. Uh, Definitely looking forward to seeing what he does this season, but definitely earned a spot on my preseason team, so definitely be checking him out. Moving on to the, what I believe is basically, man, and especially in our area of football, one of the most important position groups, and that's going to be the offensive line. A lot of times, these all-state and all conference teams won't name offensive linemen, and I understand it's really hard to evaluate as far as putting pitting offensive linemen against each other because it's not there's not really stats to a lot of coaches won't keep up. They don't keep up with pancakes. They won't keep up with sacks allowed, stuff like that. A lot of times you only really judge offensive linemen by offers and stuff they got. So um, did my best to put together a solid group based off of just common knowledge and what coaches have shared with me. So my offense line, and I didn't break it down into tackle guards, and I named five offensive linemen. So regardless of what their specific position is, just wanted to recognize them. So I'll start off with Kamarian McBride from Red Springs. Was someone that Coach Tim Ray named he shared with me. My next offensive lineman is Braden Parsons from Clinton, a kid that I got to see. Watched him now every game last season. Kid that grew as the season progressed. Definitely got better technically. Um, this year, with Clinton losing so much, I mean, he's going to be one of the leaders of the team and definitely be one of the anchors of that offensive line. So definitely someone that I expect to have a solid season. My next offensive lineman, Cameron Williams from Lakewood, and somebody that former coach had messaged me about and told me about. And like I said, just looking at his, I got to watch a little bit of his film. Definitely someone that stands out on both sides of the line. I mean, I went back and forth with put him on offensive line or defensive line, but I mean, he could do both. But definitely a solid offensive lineman for Lakewood. My next offensive lineman is Zayden Smith from Southeast Raleigh. Once again, like I said, someone that was identified by their coaches as somebody to watch out for. So, like I said, I definitely took taking note and checked out some of his film. And once I saw his nickname, where I was like, yeah, he definitely deserved. Yeah, he definitely deserved to be on the team. Looks like a solid kid, solid player for the Bulldogs up there. My next one is David Bryant from Lakewood. So once again, was identified as by his coach. Uh, big kid, man. Definitely someone that I'm pretty sure is getting his fair share of college interest. So definitely be looking for him to have a great season. That Lakewood offensive line, period, man. They got about three kids that I feel like are definitely college ready, and with their new coach being someone that specializes in offensive line, I feel like they perfect situation, man. That's gonna be a team to really pay attention to this season. Let's see, pretty good on time. Time wise, I think I'm gonna save defense for next week. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off with uh, my athletes and my tight ends. So for my tight ends, I identified well, coaches helped me out. Jacob Holland from Midway was somebody that was talked about by his coach. I did have an opportunity to check him out. Like I said, when opposing coaches are talking about you, you know you're doing the right thing. This is someone that opposing coach had named for me as well. So Jacob Holland for Midway. When tight, like I said, no, tight ends another one of those positions that a lot of times won't get named on like all state teams. But like I said, so many so many deserving kids, man. I find it hard. I couldn't really leave them out. And my other tight ends gonna be Damon Short from Marlboro County. Like I said, don't know much about Marlboro County. I'm just going by what people are telling me, what who coaches are nominating, and checked him out. Definitely looks like fits the mold of that prototypical tight end that can really, like I said, when you got a solid tight end in a high school game, you got a good passing game. That's just another weapon, something else somebody else defenses have to account for. So Jacob Holland, Damon Short, my tight ends. Going down to the athletes, and I'm gonna I'll come to a stopping point there, and I'll do my defense next week. For my athletes, Tim Baker from Western Guilford, uh, kid that was talked about by his coaches, kid that was all conference last year. Um, was only a sophomore. I mean, teams got to deal with him for another 2 years. Explosive player, does it on both sides of the ball. All three phases of the game, special teams work as well. So definitely fits the mold as that prototypical athlete. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he does this season. My next guy is Andreas Grim Grimaldo from Union. Uh, Union is one of those teams that, like I said, I wasn't really getting too much feedback, and uh, there's really no stats or anything online with for them. I was able to check out a couple games from their opponents, and this is a kid that stood out to me on film because I mean, when I said they had him in the backfield, they had him out wide. He made some plays for him. Like I said, unfortunately I couldn't get a hold of his stats, but only a freshman last year. And like I said, that Union team, has really been trying to build that program back up. And, like I said, numbers are an issue, so you get a lot of young guys, thrust into starting positions. But from what I was checking out, this kid, man, he definitely was out there making plays, man. I mean, I said a freshman out there, and definitely didn't look the part at times. So definitely a kid I continue to keep my eye on. Uh, and like I said, I'm trying to spread the love and give show Union some love. So congratulations to him. Uh, Definitely someone I'm gonna keep my eye on. Next athlete is Donovan Pauling Outlaw, Marlboro County. When your nickname is Speedy, I know you're a problem on that football field, man. And I checked out some of his film from Southview last year, and like I said, man, just an absolute monster when he gets the ball in his hands. Explosive. Uh, like I said, that Marlboro County offense is going. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't heard too much about how the line play is, but you got the quarterback, you got the running back, and you got some weapons on the outside. And like I said, this kid right here, he's just a mismatch waiting to happen. So definitely someone Marlboro County fans keep your eye on. Donovan Paul and Outlaw. Like I said, they call him Speedy, so you already know what to expect when it comes to that. Closing out my athletes, Calvin Lacewell Jr. from Lakewood. Once again, got another freshman making the team. Like I said, thrust into a starting position last season, performed extremely well. Was identified by high school OTs, one of the top freshmen in the state. Definitely looking forward to what he does this season. Has a great offensive line in front of him. Um, and I mean, like I said, that Lakewood team is going to be a team to really keep your eye on. Uh, like I said, with players like him returning, uh, definitely exciting to see what they do this season. Like I said, man, it was really hard to just narrow down certain guys. So I moved some guys around, put some guys in different spots. But like I said, thank God for the athlete designation. So I got four of them on this. I thought about adding a fifth and a sixth, but like I said, I don't want these teams. You want to identify everybody. You want to recognize everybody, but at the same time, you got to make it somewhat exclusive. So I don't, I feel like I expanded it to almost to the limit already, including, what I've included. But like I said, I'm just trying to give everybody some shine. And like I said, I just didn't really want to leave anybody off. But that's my offensive side. Um, so once again, just a quick review. Quarterbacks of Gary Blackwell, running back Jackson Mack. I apologize. I'm not good with some of these names, so I'm sorry. Um, Second running back Josiah Robinson. Wide receivers is Justin Purvis, Taquan T.J. Ellerby, and Reggie Thompson. My offensive line goes Camarion McBride, Braden Parsons, Cameron Williams, Zayden Smith, and David Bryant. My tight ends are Jacob Holland and Damon Short. And for my athletes, I have Donovan Pauling Outlaw, Tim Baker, Calvin Lacewell Jr., and Andreas Grim Rado. So that's my offensive side of the for my all Must Be Sports Team preseason edition. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. I know I'm gonna catch some hell from leaving somebody off. So like I said, definitely nothing intentional. Not trying to offend nobody. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's a little motive. If you got left off, it's nothing. Like I said, nothing intentional. A little motivational maybe. Just go ahead and say, okay, I'm gonna show that guy wrong. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how many of these kids I actually hit on, and kids that we're not talking about right now, come to the forefront. In December, we're having a totally different conversation. Like, yeah, I left this kid off the preseason list, but man, check out what he did this season. So, and like I said, it's just something I want to do. You know, just in not trying to get some shine to these kids and um, more positive eyes on programs. Like I said, this is all fun. This is all just trying to light the fires of discussion before we're in the off season right now. For us fans ain't got much to talk about. Summer practices have kicked off, but we're still searching for topics and stuff to talk about. So it's just my way of uh, giving y'all something to talk about, man. So like I said, let me know how y'all feel about the team in the comments below. Anybody I missed out? And like I said, I did the best I could with if I don't have coaches or anybody putting forth these names and giving me, hey, go no, check this kid out right here. It's only so much I could do, man. But I appreciate the coaches that were uh, that did communicate with me and were responsive. So I appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, it makes this thing a lot easier, man. Like, and I appreciate y'all working with me. Gonna start close this thing out for this week, man. Like I said, I'll hit defense next week, so be on the lookout for that. Um, Defensively, if you got some names that I need to be looking at, and maybe I'll change my list. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, take it easy on me, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to offend nobody. I appreciate everyone listening in. If you haven't done so already, man, swing by A10 Studios, give them a like, share, follow, check out all the great content, man. A10 Studios is it's on the rise, man. They got some big things planned for the future. Some big stuff is happening. I mean, no, they got me on the air here. I'm you know I got people in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, listen to me, talk about this our local sports and what we got going on down here. And that's amazing, man. So they're helping us reach further out. And like I said, there's just big things happening for A10 Studio. So just definitely go by and support them, show them love, show all the content creators love, all different shows. Like I said, these us local folks, man. These are these are family members, these are classmates, these are friends, neighbors. Support them, show them some love, man. Like I said, I definitely appreciate all the support. I begin continue to support BuzzFeed Sports page, Facebook page. Swing by, like, share, follow. Always got great content coming out, and just be on the lookout, man. It's the start of summer. We got schools out now, and most teams are in their summer programs, and we're getting closer and closer. So wait is almost over, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So once again, man, I'm Chris Harris. This is BuzzFeed Sports Podcast.